In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 most common questions we get asked about paint protection film. The first question we get asked most often is, what is paint protection film, or clear bra, as a lot of people know it. As common as paint protection film is, a lot of people still don't really know what it is or what it does. So this is a sample of paint protection film. It's a thermoplastic urethane with an adhesive backing. And all that means to you is that it's a thick, durable, flexible layer of protection that you can put on any painted surface on your vehicle, and it's going to protect against things like rock chips and scratches. The film typically comes in 2 different thicknesses. The most common are 8 mils and 10 mils, and that's going to depend on the manufacturer. In addition to the thicknesses, there's 3 main types of film. One is the clear film like this that we're all used to seeing. It goes on your paint. You don't even notice it's there. It's strictly there just to provide protection. The second is a matte film. Now that takes the existing glossy finish of your vehicle and makes the finish completely matte throughout the vehicle, all while providing the same protection that the clear film provides. Now the third type of film is what's called a fashion film. A fashion film completely changes the look of your vehicle. You can take your gray vehicle and turn it white, white and turn it purple, purple to yellow, yellow to white, black to red. You get the idea. There's even different patterns out there. Like this one here, you can't really tell, it's called Damascus. It might be hard to pick up on film. Then there's carbon fiber, matte carbon fiber, a clear carbon fiber, that's the black Damascus, and then there's forged carbon. There's even a camouflage one that we don't have in here yet. Now these are different than your typical vinyl color change wraps. While the vinyl is strictly an aesthetic thing, it provides little to no protection, where these fashion films are going to provide the same protection properties and the same durability that the other films carry. Now the next question we get is, how long does it last, or what's the warranty? It's some variation of that question. Now most manufacturers are going to have films that are warranted between 5 and 10 years. The most common are going to be 5, 7, and 10-year warranties, and that's just going to depend on the manufacturer. Now across the board, most major manufacturers are going to warranty against things like peeling, bubbling, and yellowing of the film. And as far as how long it lasts, that's a different question. Now, just because you run up against your 5, 7, or 10-year warranty doesn't mean the film disappears and stops working. Think of it kind of like your car's warranty. Just because your car's warranty runs out at 100,000 miles doesn't mean the vehicle stops running. It only means that the manufacturer's no longer warranting it. Same with the film here. Another thing that's going to contribute to how long your film lasts is how you care for your vehicle. If you're somebody that doesn't like to wash your car and lets contamination build up on the surface month after month, year after year, the film's not going to last near as long as somebody who's caring for their vehicle and hand washing it every couple of weeks. The third question is, how long is it going to take? And that's a good one because everybody wants to know how long their vehicle is going to be left at the shop. And that's going to be dependent largely on 3 main factors. The first is going to be the size of the vehicle. Obviously, it's going to be a lot quicker to install film on something like a Mini Cooper versus a Chevy Suburban. The next is going to be the areas that you're getting protected, or what package you decide to go with. For instance, let's say you go with something like our standard package, which covers your front bumper, your headlights, and your side mirrors. That's going to be a lot quicker to install than, say, somebody who's getting a full body done on the exact same vehicle. That's going to extend it out quite a bit of time. And the third is the complexity of the install. Just due to the nature and design of certain vehicles, it's more difficult to install the film and therefore more time consuming. And along those lines are going to be your matte film installs and your fashion film installs. Just because there's going to be a lot of custom patterns that need to be cut, some slight disassembly of parts, and badge and decal removal to give you the most seamless install that we possibly can. Question number 4 is everybody's favorite. How much does it cost? So again, this is going to depend largely on those 3 factors we just talked about. The size of the vehicle, the areas you're getting covered, and the complexity of the install. In addition to that, there's a couple more things that'll play into it. One is the way it's installed. Take, for instance, a Tesla hood. Some shops will go through the trouble of removing that front emblem on the hood, cleaning up that area, and then laying the film down on top of it. And when they lay that film on top of it, they extend all the edges, they wrap them around underneath the hood so you don't even know it's there. And then they take the emblem, place it back on top of the film, giving you a completely factory look like it should be. As opposed to other shops who will use a kit. Now there's nothing wrong with the kit, but it does have some drawbacks. So it's cut on a computer and it's the exact size of the hood. So picture, if you will, it's going to go all around the edges. You're going to have a slight line all around the edges of the hood. It's not wrapped underneath. And they also don't remove the emblems at the same time. You're going to have a cut out around the emblem and it's going to lay down right over it. Again, nothing wrong with that, but over time you're going to start to notice a little dirt line form all around the edge of the hood and around that emblem, and it's pretty difficult to clean, especially around that emblem. Another factor that's going to play into the price is the experience of the installer. I know it looks really easy to install this film. You just put it down with a squeegee, slap it on, and it's good, right? Well, it's incredibly technical to do, and you want somebody with at least a couple years experience doing it. At that point, they've learned how to work the film to its limits. They know how to work around every contour and every body line on most vehicles. Now, on the other hand, you have installers that'll go to the factory training with 1 day hands-on experience and they're out installing film the next day. Again, nothing wrong with that. We all had to start somewhere, but that's just something to keep in mind when you're shopping around on price. Now, the final question is, people want to know, is paint protection film right for them? Is it going to be a good fit for their needs? So if you're the type of person that wants the peace of mind from having to worry about rock chips and scratches and debris flying at you while you're on your commute to work, then yeah, paint protection film is absolutely right for you. That's why a lot of people opt to get in the whole body. They want that peace of mind knowing that their entire vehicle is protected. On the other hand, if you're looking for somebody who wants show car perfection, it's probably not right for you. There's going to be some minor imperfections that come along with paint protection film. For instance, we talked about the design of vehicles. Just because the way certain vehicles are designed, there's going to have to be a seam in some areas on certain vehicles, particularly around bumpers. So if that's something that's going to bother you, it's probably not for you. Another thing is the possibility of contamination getting underneath the film. While most shops go to extremes with air filtration and the way they prep their vehicles, they go to extremes to keep the dust and debris out from the film, but we live on planet Earth and there is the possibility that while it's being installed, a piece of dust could get underneath that film. There's a saying in the paint protection film industry, it's paint protection, not paint perfection. So again, if you're looking for absolute protection, yes. Perfection, probably not the right product for you. So that's it. Those are the top 5 questions that were most commonly asked about paint protection film. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it answered any questions you might have. If you have any questions in the future, please feel free to reach out to us and we can answer anything that you might have.